Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am Jaylee. This is Jaylee's Corner. This is a review for We Just Go Together. Okay? We Just Go Together Bootcamp with ain't none of these folks married besides Nori and Neri. And I'm like, even that should not really be a thing, but we just go together. Okay? Marriage Bootcamp Season 18, Episode 2, the review. Okay? I will not be on screen today. It's the weekend. I want to just chill out and not have to put the energy into being on screen. So I'm giving y'all reviews, giving y'all content, but also chilling at the same time. I got photos to keep y'all entertained, okay? But y'all know first thing first, if you have not done so already, make sure to subscribe to my channel to become a whole JayBird, and all that goodness and stuff. Y'all know the link to subscribe to JayLeesCorner Talk is in the description box below every single video, okay? Go ahead and like the video, comment in the comment section. You can hit the little share button, share it on your social media. You can relax, okay, and relate and release. Center yourself and everyone around you, okay? And always inhale and exhale because that's the thing to do, okay? So yeah, follow me on social media at J_Lees_Corner. That's on IG, and then on Twitter, it is just JayLee's Corner. I am also now on TikTok. Again, it's JayLee's Corner on TikTok. I have not posted anything yet. I gotta figure out TikTok because I don't know TikTok, but behind them had me join TikTok. Okay, so we shall see how that goes. Y'all know to like and subscribe to this video. Okay, well, no, to my channel and all that stuff. But yeah, I'm trying to be productive today, but also, you know what I'm saying, get some rest. So I'm just not on camera. I'm here though. You see my face right there. You see it right there? That's still me. I look the same. Okay. But let's get into We Go Together Bootcamp. Okay. So we same people, Amber, Miles, Moni, Tuff, Molly, Treasure, Nori, and Neri. Okay, and then of course Justin Toller and Dr. Ish. So first things first, I know I thought Treasure was Black China's friend. That's the wrong Treasure. Okay. Embezzle. I don't know why I thought that she was a treasure because they don't even look alike. I was just tripping. Okay, I know now she's a treasure from Love and Hip Hop. She's a treasure that I think y'all said Jessica Down was fussing with. Okay, I get it. I had some. That's the wrong treasure. Okay, I know now. Thank you very much. Okay, I'm blessed with one from that. So Moni and Tuff, we're seeing the couple kind of talk a little bit. So Moni and Tuff, say how they won't. Um, it's weird because it seemed like Moni's really hurt over the cheating he did years ago. So, to my understanding, it's not anything he did recently, okay? And I was like, this is weird, okay? Because 14 years ago, what was I gonna do about that? Now, Molly bringing up how he can't put up with Treasures crying all the time or whatever because, what I'm saying, she drunk and being emotional. I'm like, how can you not want to deal with somebody who's emotional? Like, why can't you help her through that? Like, go talk to her, see what's going on. And Treasure brings up, and she's talking to the people, that she drinks because one, she's insecure, and drinking calms her down. And how she was not so insecure before, but now all these things that has happened has caused her to be insecure. So drinking is like her vice right now. Okay. And then when she was at the table talking to the people, and she was like in a happy mood, talking about happy things, and she still started crying. I'm like, Jesus, be a fence, fix her, please, thank you, okay? Because it's like, how you drunk already? Because you can tell she drinking because she crying because she drunk. And I was like, it's just a lot for me. And then Amber and Miles sitting around chitting and chatting about how we wake up really really good with each other, but we by the time the day is ended, we on some bullshit or whatever. And she feel like, oh, well, I'm scared about how he will make me look, considering you know he like men or whatever, people know it. And he felt like, I'm saying, what the thing is, I'm bisexual, so I just don't know if she can get over me being bisexual. I was like, I'm tired of y'all too, y'all are getting on my nerve, okay? But anyway, they go and they play some ball, okay? They're not some ball, but they're tossing balls at each other that says like resentment or hate or the past or just all these things. They're tossing out what they don't like, what they are resenting about the other person. So each ball has like a thing on it or whatever. So first up, we had Amber and Miles tossing balls at each other, which is kind of funny if you think about it. Now the fact that they had like 50 balls in their little cup to throw, I'm like, why y'all got bottom balls? Why did y'all grab so many balls to throw at each other? Okay. And Amber tossed the balls like, I resent you for fucking men, for being a control freak, for fucking one of my friends, for sleeping with everyone, for being a social media whore, for meeting people on social media and then fucking them too. So those were her resentment balls tossed at him. But she would throw like 5 balls for one thing. Amber and Miles are for sure. And I do not want to call up Sir Rock. Amber and Miles are for sure on here for camera time because to me they're always putting on extra because they know the cameras are watching. And if we're extra, we get more camera time. They've learned from Love and Hip Hop. But I'm not saying their issues aren't real. I just feel like they're exasperating them to be on the show and to seem interesting or whatever. Okay. Now Miles tosses balls at her because he resents her for hitting him, for screaming at him, for busting out his windows, for fattening on his tires, for making him feel insecure, for her fucking other men too, okay, for cheating on him in high school. I'm like, in high school, 20 years ago, if y'all don't get past that shit, okay, for her being ashamed of him and for her fucking his best friend. Now she said, I didn't fuck your best friend. I don't believe her. I feel like he was on some bullshit, and I do feel like Amber probably fucked that boy best friend. Okay, now again, them they had all these balls or whatever. So at the end of it, each couple would have to put on a plastic suit, okay, and put all the balls in it and sit down and chill out in the ball filled suit. But I was like, well, I mean, some people like the balls. I don't, but they do. Now next up, we have Molly and Treasure. And I was like, I just feel so bad for both of them. I will feel bad for him because he's a piece of shit, but I feel bad for her because he doesn't even seem concerned with how she is. He seems over it. You know what I'm saying? And it's like y'all have not even been really together that long. Y'all are long distance fuck buddies. So it's weird that he don't care that he can see like she needs help. Like she's hurting and you can see she's kind of like acting out for help. But he just let it happen. But he say the reason he throwing balls at her is for her not letting him sleep at night. Okay, for her crying all the time and he don't know if she's happy or depressed. And lastly, for her drinking nonstop. I'm like, the only real issue should have been her sleeping nonstop. All that shit that makes you uncomfortable, to me, is some bullshit or whatever, but I'm gonna leave that be. Now, she tosses balls at him because, she resents him for his fame, him thinking his money can buy love, and for him acting like her father. And I was like, Treasure, you don't need to be with him. You with him because of what he can do for you. So you can't be upset that you got with him for what he can do, and because he's doing that, he brags about it. He seemed like the kind of person I want her to leave this piece of shit. Period. Okay. Now they got on to Moni and Tough. Now for Moni and Tough, who I really feel like could have a good relationship because I mean they seem cool, but she's not over what he did. Now Tough throws balls at Moni because he said for her not letting him be the breadwinner, for her interfering how he made his money and changing it. I'm like, how the fuck is she girl anyway? And for her allowing what he did to affect how they made money. Meaning, you were helping me be a rapper. You were helping my career. When I fucked you over, even though you were helping me, you then stop helping me based on what I did. Well, that's called consequences, okay? It's called consequences and repercussions, okay? So you can't do something to someone and then say, but you should still help me. No, I shouldn't. You shouldn't have cheated on me. Okay, you should have left me alone and let me still be your business working person and not be my boyfriend fucking me over. Okay, so fuck you, Tough. Anyway, and it's crazy to me. Well, not that part yet, but what she threw balls to him. Um, she said that she stopped. Oh no, she said how she stopped helping him make music because he cheated. Okay, so she admitted she did do that for that reason or whatever. And she said it was a consequence of him cheating on her. But to me, it's crazy because this is me being, a playing devil's advocate. I feel like you wanted him to feel a consequence of him cheating, but you didn't make the consequence not being with him. So it's like you accepted the disrespect, but you did not want to work with him. I'm like, I would have preferred not to I would prefer to work with him and not be with him, because at the end of the day, he is your child's father. So y'all both should want to make money to make the family, structure strong or whatever, even if y'all are not a couple. So I would not want to be with someone who I distrust and can't stand so much that I don't want to see them, grow in life as a great artist or whatever. So to me, it was stupid for her to stay with him. I think it would have been better if you think he's a cheater and you can't trust him. Why stay? Why only prevent his career, or you helping him in whatever way? Like, why do that? I wish she would have left him alone. But she did what she did. So her balls to him were, his infidelity, him wanting them to get back together, but he still was cheating on her even after they got back together or whatever, and then him betraying her trust. Okay, and I was like, well, those are all good reasons to, throw balls at that man. Okay, and then lastly, we had Neri and Nori. I hate their names are so close because I want to call them both Nori or both Neri, but that's not their names. Okay, but anyway, these I feel like their issues are so surface level, and the fact that we see them on Love and Hip Hop, well, I have not watched Love and Hip Hop in like 3 weeks. So the last time I did see them, she was still complaining about the same things. He does not help at home. He wants me to be at home all the time, and it's on bullshit. So again, my balls are he don't help with the family. He thinks I'm always hanging out with my friends too much, and him not appreciating me always cooking dinner. Okay, meaning you don't appreciate me being a wife or a mom or a human being. Okay, is what you don't do. And then for him, because he's an asshole, insecure person to me, because you're just like it's like he doesn't hear her, because his only response was, I'm throwing ball because you are the baby showers and bar mitzvahs you go to, and you not having another kid. I'm like, bruh, you don't help her with the three y'all have. Why would she have a fourth? She has common sense, because the man she's married to may be financially competent and supports her, but he is not physically or emotionally or spiritually or mentally helping her raise their children and be a companion in life. You are a benefactor. And you seem to be proud that you can afford to keep her, but you can't afford to keep her happy because she isn't happy because your ass ain't around. Okay, but I'm gonna leave that be too. Now, again, they all had to leave these suits on with the balls and whatever, and it's to see how it feels to carry around each other's resentment, because the balls has some weight on them. So again, they walk around in the heat. Okay, in the hot heat in these plastic ass outfits, okay? And I was like, girl, now Treasure ass have been drinking tequila and Hennessy all day. So boom, she's laying around sleep. She's tired. And those are the plastic suits and the balls in the suit they had to walk around and wear all day. But the fact that Treasure's really like, I need a nap. I've been drinking Hennessy and tequila all day, and I've been drinking Hennessy and tequila all day, and I have to, get some sleeping time or whatever. Now, even though, what's that man that Marley came and checked on her, I still feel like he didn't do enough to really see what she had going on or whatever. I'm calling my bad. Y'all gotta wait. But I do feel like she should not be. Hey, I'm on my thing recording. Did you don't? Are you just getting dressed? I was gonna show you me before I left. Okay, you look cute. Okay, I just wanted you to see. And you didn't see my face, so you won't say you didn't see my face. Okay, what time you be back? I don't. It's till when I get back. It's 6:16 right now. So what time can I stop stalking you? Okay, you look, but I'm recording now, so I just called to see what you wanted because you FaceTime me. And before you take any pictures, turn your phone off because your phone look like it's dirty. Love you. Me too. Because mom come first. I have to see when mama FaceTime, you call mama back. But again, my mom is going to her 40th high school reunion tonight. So call mom. Anyway, boom, Treasure is drunk. Now we then see the people at the table. Okay, I should have put that on pause, but I didn't think to put it on pause for y'all, but I'm like, y'all just heard the conversation. It don't matter. So we see them sitting around the table, chitting, chatting, or whatever, okay? And while talking, cheating comes up, okay? Because I think Amber and Miles were saying how that may be a pettier couple there, whatever, or other couples dealing with cheating and whatnot. And then that turns, Moni and tux and stuff coming up. And so when Miles says Simone, excuse me, that once she took stuff back, that she should have been able to accept or forgive his cheating, okay, because you got back with them. So again, if you got back with them, why have you not forgave him? You may not forget it, but you should not be bringing it up 14 years later or whatever. And she was like, bullshit, you know what I'm saying? It was worth it because I was pregnant when he cheated. I didn't find out until after I had the baby he was cheating, and I also found out that he was cheating before I got pregnant too. So again, he was a cheating person, okay? But let's kind of put this into perspective. Well, and this is not to make an excuse for anyone. He was 25 years old for one, and then two, this was 14 years ago. So it's a weird thing, and that's why I said like I don't get how she got back with him and stayed for all these years with him, but you're still upset now, even though it seemed like he has not been cheating on you currently at all. Okay, and I'm like, 'cause that's what's crazy to me. So they bring out too how she found out about the cheating after she had the baby because the girl, or at least one of the girls that he was cheating with, like added him on Twitter, and because she follows him, she was able to see the person add him, and then she fell down a rabbit hole or whatever, and found out he was cheating. Okay, so that's what happened, and then he feel like, well, I felt like at the time back then that I should have been able to cheat if I wanted to, okay, or cheat in peace, and that, you know what I'm saying, she shouldn't have been snooping through my shit. And I was like, the fuck is wrong with you, bro? And I'm like, see, he sounds dumb as hell. You cannot say, let me cheat in peace. No, if you want to bang other people, leave me alone, okay? And it's weird because he said, I think at one point we hear him saying that they weren't having sex because she was pregnant. And so whatever that may mean, maybe she just was, was uncomfortable or whatnot. So he felt like, well, I should have been able to cheat because we weren't having sex. And if you weren't snooping, you wouldn't have found what you found. And I'm like, see, that's a valid reason for her to still be pissed now, but at the same time, not, because if he's saying that's how he felt then, but it's not how he feels now. He's gotten older, then that shouldn't be a consistent argument. But you can't want to rehash the past, and you want someone to tell you why they did something, and then they tell you, and you then want to fight about the reason they did it. Well, then you don't want to move past it. You want to keep fighting. It's a thing where moving past or moving through things means having to have these hard conversations of truths that you may not want to know. And if someone say, well, at the time I did feel like I should have been able to cheat, I now know that's wrong, and I can't. I know it can't be that way now, but that's how I felt then, and that's why I did it then. And so she has to get to a point to where she can accept how he felt back then, as long as he does not feel that way now. That's the gotcha. He can't feel like that's the same thing he can say now. You can't feel that way now. Okay, so that's the problem. I feel like he has a right to be honest with her about the reason back then or whatever. But she like, fuck all that shit. It's some bullshit. No. Okay. And so her issues, because he keeps bringing up how he felt then, she feel like, okay, that means he's not trying to take any accountability now. So again, that's the conversation they need to have with themselves, with Dr. Ish, with Jillian Toler, or whoever. Now he do say in his confession, I think it was, that he has not cheated since 2012. That was 9 years ago. So while he admits he was cheating before she got pregnant, he was cheating during her pregnancy, and then sometime after the pregnancy, he stopped cheating on her. He's like, I haven't cheated since 2012. So he's been good for 9 years. So it's like, you took him back. He hasn't cheated since then, as he say, because I don't know what that man do. At what point does bringing up what he did all those years ago? At what point does that matter if you won't leave him? That's the gotcha. You have to figure out, is the argument worth it? Is the relationship worth it? Because if not, it's a bunch of bullshit. I would not stay with a man for 12, 13, 14 years. If for the past 9 years he hasn't cheated, I could not still be mad at what he did, 4 years before the nine. Because I would be living an unhappy, angry life, and I would not want to be unhappy. I want to be happy. You know what I'm saying? So it's hard, to do those things or whatever. Okay. So they had the whole little standard little rap battle they always have every year. And so Moni and Tough go first. They both did good. I do think Moni did the best out of everybody. Because she's a fucking rapper. Okay, and she's Moni Love. But yeah, their conversation to me though was repetitive. Okay, it's about him cheating. Okay, and her not accepting why he did it or how he felt then, and she's still upset about it now. And then we had Molly Mall and Treasure. And I feel he may be a producer, but he can't. Honey is not a rapper. I was like, that is horrible. You've been around that many folk who do. How have you not gained not 1 ounce of swag? I was like, boys, bye. So yeah, he did horribly. Wrong or whatever. Now when Treasure was rapping or talking or whatever, and she starts by saying, "I drink, I cry, I don't know why. I drink, I cry." I'm like, "Is she crying, girl?" I'm like, "She crying? How you crying through I drink, I cry, I don't know why?" Now listening to the words with her saying it's because she hates him, and at times, he implied that she's a bad person, and that his love is like, the drink she drinks or whatever, that he burns her with passion. I was like, girl, she is crying for help. She is crying for help. She do not need to be with him at all. She don't need to be with anybody. She need to work on herself because her drinking is crazy. But the thing is she doing these things because she's with him, or is that how she is even in any other relationship? Because if he's the reason you have to drink this much, then you need to leave that man. Okay, point blank. Period. We then have Amber and Miles, who I was like, girl, next. Anyway, Nori and Nuri, or girl, Nori and Nuri. Nuri raps, help, 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 help. I need more help. Help, 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 help. I love you more than my friends, is what I heard. That's all I heard. And I feel like she performed horribly, but she isn't a rapper. So I didn't expect her to do good. She's just a rapper. Um, Nori raps about wanting kids, which makes me want to punch him in the throat. Because again, you're not helping with the three you have now. Why would she have a fourth kid by someone who isn't around? Help with our first three, nigga. Okay, do that first, and then maybe we can make things work. Okay, with Nancy, Justin total comes out for evaluations. Again, they were sitting around in them suits. And for Miles and Amber, she made a great observation. She said, y'all are always discussing the topic, but not really fixing whatever the real subject is of that topic. And to me what that means is we see y'all on some bullshit. Okay, y'all on the show because y'all know what people want to hear, which is really nothing. Because I think they think we care, but we don't. But again, the whole he's bisexual thing, I'm like, that isn't a big deal because you still fucking that man. So you really do not have an issue with him being bisexual. You have an issue with how other folks will think about it, and that's the fucked up part. Okay. Anyway, when she gets to Moni and Tough, I like that she called them both out. I think she called out Moni more than Tough, to be honest, because her point was, y'all are really stuck in what happened back when he was 25 years old, 14, 15 years ago. And you can't move past it today. Like you're stuck in the past. You're being impaled by the past and you can't let go. And y'all have to work on how to figure out, why things happen, and then move past that. As long as things are not being done again, is my thing. And then with Treasure and Molly or whatever, I love it. She's like, the Treasure, she's like, I'm worried about you. I am worried about you, and I want to have a sit down chat with you, tomorrow, once you're sober, because then you can tell that not Amber, you can tell the Treasure is drunk, and so I like that doesn't talk. Like I know something's up, and we need to like have a one-on-one conversation about why you always drinking or whatever. And then for Nori and Neri, I like how he told Nori that you are thoughtful. You're very, very thoughtful, but you don't hear her, like you don't listen. And the reason she keeps repeating herself is because you don't hear her. And I think Dr. Ish or Justin told her both. One of them said how Neri is a wife who she may leave him because she keeps repeating what she needs, and she's being very direct in what she wants and what she needs. And it's not like she don't even want. She just want her husband to help be a parent to their children and be around for the household. So she's very, very honest about what she wants. It's not a big ask, but Nori is like ignoring it. And I think with Dr. H, you said women usually will out the blue leave that husband, and the husband will say, "Well, why she leave me? What she go away for? Because you didn't hear shit she said for 14 damn years of marriage that all she wanted was you to be around for her and the kids, and you never did it. But you're here asking her for a fourth kid when you don't help with the first three. Nor you're on bullshit. Okay, but I'm going to leave that be. Now, so those were the little, you know what I'm saying, Dr. not Dr. Justin told her, conversations. Now all kind of little stuff was then happening. We see Brock and not Brock, I call it Sir Brock. Miles and Amber up in the room or whatever. You see Neri down having a little beer, but different things was happening. Molly, for one, had a conversation with Dr. Ish. Dr. Ish went and got him, okay, to talk. Because he said, I feel like, Molly isn't here, like he's not addressing or even trying to deal with Treasure's issues how a usual or typical boyfriend or partner would. So it's weird that he seems so hands off with her, you know, and he does. Whatever's going on, he doesn't. It just is. And so when Mommy then brought up how for him, you know what I'm saying, I was already on edge because the whole quarantine thing, 14 days. I then got here and we got, we have a smaller room. I'm like, the room isn't even small. The room just isn't huge. It's not a mansion, okay? It's not a luxury suite. It's like you are on a reality show in a house, and the house is huge. Molly gets my goddamn nerves, but he does bring up how for him, things kind of went downhill from him, and he's dealing with some things. Well, he's done things he wasn't proud of, and how he has some legal issues based on things he did back in 2014, and those are those. Was it trafficking? It was something. I can't think of what it was, but I was like, put it up. But Dr. Ish, like I see how he's, kind of hiding behind blaming issues on Treasure. Like he wants to bring more attention to her issues than his own. He's kind of hiding shit. I'm like, he is. And he gets on my goddamn nerves, okay? And now we also see Treasure is downstairs in the kitchen talking with other people or whatever, and she tells them how she's basically socially awkward. Okay, and because of that, she drinks because it helps her get away from the reality of life. And I'm like, okay, she needs help, because when you have to escape from life, so you drink, you're an alcoholic for one, and you have issues for two, and you need to talk to someone immediately. Okay, and they are like, oh, okay. But she also said how that's a problem she's working on because she knows drinking to deal with life isn't a smart thing because she's already out of touch reality. But she then starts coughing, okay? And she's coughing and coughing and coughing, and she then pukes in the kitchen sink. At that point, I said, okay, this is crazy shit. And of course, it made like Neri and Nori both had to walk out because it made them sick. Because to see some, I mean, she like threw up. But it's because she'd been drinking liquor all day, had been eating junk food as well, and not eating real food. So all the stuff on her stomach just kind of came up, and she just threw. But I'm like, it was the kitchen sink. That was why I was like, you couldn't like that. Not the trash can, the kitchen sink with stuff in the sink, girl. No. But Moni, was like the mom and helped her clean up, held her hair, whatever, drink some water. But I was like, girl. And when Molly came down from talking with Dr. Ish, she tells him, like, threw up or whatever. And he said, well, I'm happy you bring it up, that you have these issues or whatnot. But I still feel like he don't care. You know what I'm saying? But they did make that girl drink some water because, girl, you need some water. You need some water. It was also cute seeing Nuri and Nori who were out there because Neri was cleaning the kitchen because she said the kitchen was just too messy. And Nori seen her doing that, and he went to help her clean the whole kitchen. So I'm like, oh, that was nice. Because again, she's always saying, I just want to help her on the house. Now, I mean, that ain't their house. So I hope when he gets home, he does the same thing. But it was a good thing just to see him go help his wife. And then Moni and Tuff are talking. It's like a repetitive conversation because, she's still like, I'm so shocked that you felt like that you should have been able to cheat back then. Like, I don't get that. That's crazy to me or whatever. You know what I'm saying? You wanted to still be able to cheat, but also have me help you in your career. And he was like, well, yeah. And I was like, this nigga here. I was like, this is the stupidest one. I was like, you are dumb. You are very, very dumb. But my thing is true. Why? And he also said, why stay with me if you're not going to help me? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, well, see, that means he's a user. Okay. But at the same time, maybe not because, she didn't help him to do his career stuff, but he never left her. They still together to this day. So it's just weird. But she's kind of just completely shocked about how he felt back then. I'm just like, but it don't, because it was back then, Moni. Okay, so I feel like they're both irrational. She really wants to keep rehashing what he did all the years ago, and he's dumb enough to feel like she should have still helped him in his career, even though he kept fucking her over. I was like, girl, I just can't. But anyway, that was the whole episode of We Go Together, boot camp. Thank you for tuning in. Make sure to like, to comment, to subscribe, to share this video, and I will see y'all when I see y'all. Peace.